Hey folks, it's Laura with Rain Tree Nursery, and it's apple harvest time. Today we are going to talk about how to harvest your apples and how to tell if they're ripe and ready to go. There are several different ways that you can tell when your apples are ripe and ready to harvest. I happen to know that this particular variety is a Gravenstein, and because I know this is a Gravenstein, I know that it's going to be one of the earliest to ripen. So when apples start looking ripe, I know to start paying attention to my Gravenstein and start checking some of the other characteristics that might help me know that this is time to pick. Another way to tell when an apple is getting close to being ripe is that you start to see apples fall onto the ground. Now, that's not always a sure way to know that the fruit is exactly ripe, but it gives you a good clue to start paying attention. Another way that I know about the ripeness of an apple, if I know what the variety is I know to watch the color. When a Gravenstein is fully ripe, it has this lovely yellow bit with some red stripes and blushes. I can tell that this one isn't completely ripe, at least not for the peak of fresh eating, because it's still got a little bit of green on it. But if I was going to make a pie out of these, this would be the perfect ripeness to take it at. Another way to tell whether or not your apples are ready for harvest is to try to take them off the tree. And most apples, when they are ready to harvest, easily come off the tree. You want to lift and twist to avoid damaging the spur. So I'm going to lift. Oh, and this just came right off. That is ready to go. If I was going to do that on this one that I know is slightly less ripe, I'm going to lift and twist. Oh, and that one comes right off too. Also ready to go. Now, if this was an unknown variety and I had no idea what it was, but I saw some around the base and I thought, well, maybe I'll try it. And I lift and twist and it comes right off. The next thing to do is taste it. If I bite this apple and it tastes fruity and juicy and not dry and chalky, then I know it's probably ripe. The last thing I want to look for is the color of the seeds. Are the seeds brown or black? Usually when an apple is fully ripe, the seeds will change color. That's not always true, but it's usually pretty close. So, it's juicy, it's sweet, no chalky, tangy mouth puckering. And now you can see the seed capsule, the seed is brown, another indication that this apple is ripe and ready to go. And there you have it, all the different ways that you'll be able to know if your tree has fruit that's ready to harvest, whether you know what the variety is or not. Thanks for joining us. From Rain Tree Nursery, we will see you next time.